Damn. So here we have a video by Jimmy Highroller. It's this comeback should have been impossible, and obviously this is a reference to the Knicks comeback. Down 29 at halftime, whatever, and then the Spurs actually found a way to lose this game. And that is crazy because oh my god, this was insane. I mean, hey, but obviously, man, it's like it really should have been impossible. Like, bruh, like imagine this shit. Really, like this just goes to show you for real. Like the experience just goes a long way in this. And why is a much more experienced roster than the Spurs. Like honestly, for in the future, like the Spurs are gonna it's scary the future of this team. But for now, yeah, they still got something to learn. Definitely, definitely now. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in.
The NBA Finals is virtually a death sentence. Throughout the 79 final series in NBA history, 38 of them reached the dreaded 3-1 deficit, and only one team has come back from it.
Yeah.
And with that being the case, it was imperative that the San Antonio Spurs won Game 4 on Wednesday night in Madison Square Garden to prevent going down 3-1 in the series and give themselves a real chance to win an NBA title. And that's exactly what they were on track to doing. Through the first half of Game 4, Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs put together arguably their best half of the entire season. Record-breaking efficiency.
Literally, bro, it was crazy, man.
Defense.
Like it really looked like those guys were about to tie the series and go back to San Antonio or whatever. But damn, bro, you find a way to like lose this. Like like this right there alone just tells you that like not only are they not ready to win a championship, but like bro, they don't deserve to win it. Like a team blowing a 29-point lead does not deserve to win an NBA championship. As simple as that. Like no.
Half of basketball.
Now a team definitely coming back down from 29 and also coming back, back down from 22 against the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, they definitely that shows that they're ready and they somehow deserve it. Whatever.
That had earned them the third largest lead going into the half in the history of the finals. 76-49, a 27-point chasm separating them and the New York Knicks. An impossibly large deficit for the Knicks to overcome. In fact, the largest comeback ever achieved in the finals was 24 points. So, barring literally the worst half of basketball in the history of the finals, the Spurs were all but guaranteed to tie up the series going back into San Antonio with the wins at their back and all the momentum leading into Game 5. What transpired over the next 24 minutes of game time was literally the worst half of basketball in the history of the finals.
It's gone! It's gone! It's gone! With 1.2 remaining! Knicks take the lead! Bedlam here at the Garden! They can't believe it! The greatest comeback in NBA playoff history!
Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek.
I mean, hey, you guys go ahead and support him.
MLB to the NBA and NHL playoffs, even World Cup tickets, only on SeatGeek. What you are looking at is a graph of the live win probability from Game 4 of the NBA Finals according to Unpredictable.com. The San Antonio Spurs played so well in the first half that by the end of the first quarter, the Knicks' win probability was already just 17.6%.
Yeah.
By halftime, the Knicks' win probability fell to just 1.5%. And with about 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, their probability of winning this game was just 1%. 1%. Unfortunately for the Spurs, basketball is more than just a game of probability.
Yeah. Damn, bruh. Crazy. Yo.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a visual representation of the greatest comeback in the history of the finals, and quite possibly the history of the NBA. Because what the Knicks did on Wednesday night wasn't just improbable, it should have been impossible.
Yeah.
In the world Did the Knicks pull this off? Well, you have to see it to believe it.
Yeah. The Spurs just started playing like dog shit. Like,
a
bro.
Catastrophic meltdown by the Spurs all started right about here. With just under 9 minutes left in the third quarter, down 27, Josh Hart brings the ball down the court and feeds OG Anunoby for an easy dunk. The Knicks playing with a tangible sense of urgency considering their circumstance. The Spurs rebuttal.
Yeah, they started taking those horror, like the shot selection was bad.
4 seconds into the shot clock. Tim Legler was on the call, and his commentary on this possession could not have been more spot on.
And right now, Mike Brown doesn't mind those quick threes by the Spurs. Even if they go in, you want to speed this game up to give your team more possessions.
Just moments later, Jalen Brunson hits a three, putting the Knicks on a 7-0 scoring run while Taylor Swift cosplays as an actual Knicks fan. Spurs call a timeout. Their game plan is still intact. For now. Just a couple possessions later, after a miss from Brunson, the Spurs come down and get into a two-man game with Wemby setting a screen for De'Aaron Fox. Wemby pops out, and Fox passes the ball to absolutely no one. Knicks ball, we're going the other way. Fortunately for San Antonio, the Knicks do not convert on this possession, so the Spurs have a chance to come down and extend their lead back up to 25. With another deep, wildly contested three-pointer that, of course, doesn't fall. The Knicks, on the other hand, come down, move the ball around until they find OG in the corner for this open look. The lead, now down to 19. Knicks on a 10-0 run. At this point, one can only assume the Spurs will probably stop shooting early shot clock threes and really get into their half-court offense, right?
Points Brunson with 20.
Nope.
For the 62. Johnson wide open. Can't hit.
Right. Well, at least on the next possession, the Spurs do a better job at getting into something that resembles a coherent offensive set.
Fox step back three.
It's another highly contested step back three, and another miss. What's worse than another missed three?
Cornette checks in.
A wide open, literally.
Giving up another three on the other end just 27 seconds later.
Damn.
The Knicks now on a 13-0 run. Eventually, the Spurs got back on track and maintained their lead over the next 6 minutes, slowly working down the clock and holding off the Knicks, which in and of itself was a miracle considering how poorly they were playing. Throughout the third quarter, the Spurs attempted 20 shots. They hit 4 of them. In fact, they had more turnovers than they did made shots in the quarter. At the start of the quarter, the Spurs had a 27-point lead. By the end of it, their lead was just 15. But that was some of the worst basketball the Spurs had played all season, especially considering the first half they just put up. It would take an unprecedented, horrific collapse to follow up that third quarter with an even worse fourth quarter.
Cornette checks in. Hart
Oh my God.
Hart hits a three.
An even worse
Suddenly it's come to 16.
fourth quarter.
13 straight points. Alvarado tries a three. Rolls around and drops in. Beautiful pass inside. Bridges banks it home. Shot clock winding down. Towns off the bounce. Step back. Puts up the three. It's good. Alvarado and Brunson. Anunoby. Three-pointer's good. 6 3-pointers for Anunoby.
You ever watch a game and see some stuff that can only be attributed to what feels like fate? Despite the adjustments, despite the attention to detail or the effort, it just seems like there's an outcome that is destined to happen.
Yeah.
This was one of those games. After having one of the greatest offensive halves in playoff history, regardless of the looks the Spurs got, they struggled to get them to fall. And regardless of the looks the Knicks got, they couldn't seem to miss. And after
they just forgot how to play basketball.
The Spurs lead is now cut to just 11 points. Now, some of this can be attributed to experience. Some of it can be attributed to focus and sticking to a game plan. And some of it is sheer luck. But when you're witnessing a professional basketball player doing a balancing act, tiptoeing the backcourt in the midst of a historic comeback before heaving the ball to the opposing team, one may begin to believe there's a greater force at work here. I am sitting at home on the other side of the country, and I can physically feel the Knicks' momentum from my couch. Coming back down the court, the Knicks got the ball to Cat in the corner, but he's got Wemby on him, the defensive player of the year, one of the best defenders of all time.
Unanimous,
Surely
too.
He doesn't just go right at him and get another bucket here.
Towns fakes, drives on Wemby, goes inside, stops, flips it up, shot is good.
Of course he does. The lead, now just 9 points. Madison Square Garden is in mass hysteria. With a chance to swing the game back in their favor, the Spurs come back down the court. And considering their circumstance and what has occurred over the last 18 minutes, do you think they A, work the ball around until they get a good look? B, feed the ball to their 7'5" alien superstar rolling to the basket? Or C, do the exact same thing that got him into this mess and take another early three-pointer?
Yeah, that's what they will do.
Fox picks up his dribble. Champagnie can't get it.
If you said option C, you are correct. But look, the Spurs forced a turnover on the other end. They've got another chance to build this lead back up on the fast break. Any guesses as to what they will do on this crucial, potentially momentum-swinging possession?
Castle may have gotten a piece of it. Fox kicks it out. Vassell, right side, three-pointer, can't get it.
You can't make it up.
Bro.
On the other end, Jalen Brunson works his magic and makes a tough layup off the glass to shrink the lead to just
It's
7.
like, bro,
The Knicks
imagine
are
being
now
a Spurs fan, bro, and then, like, you're witnessing this, bro. Imagine being a Spurs fan and witnessing this, bro. I mean, bro. Crazy, man.
on a 17-4 run against the youngest, most inexperienced finals team in league history. Now would probably be a good time to call a timeout.
Fox searching. Anunoby on him. Fox steps back, jump shot, puts it up, can't get it. Wemby tips it out of bounds. Nick Ball.
Or not. The Knicks come back down the other way and immediately set a screen for
Yeah,
Brunson.
no timeout
Why is Wemby
whatsoever.
guarding a 6'0" Jose Alvarado 20 feet away from the basket? I don't know. But after the switch, he's now on Brunson. But now he's dropping back to play strong side help with Champagnie in the corner. The Knicks swing the ball to the other wing, and there's Wemby right on time to help. And guarding this corner man is Champagnie. But wait, he was supposed to be in the opposite corner,
Yeah,
which means someone's open.
yeah.
Otto off the bounce. Corner three. Anunoby. Bang! 4-point game. Timeout San Antonio.
One possession game. Mitch Johnson realizes he has the autonomy to call a timeout. Larry David is losing his mind, and the world is ending. Or at least it feels like it is, if you're a Spurs fan. But there's still hope. After trading a few buckets, the Spurs maintain their 4-point lead until there's about 2:20 left on the clock, and Jalen Brunson hit this three over Wemby.
Oh, yeah, that was cold right there.
Shot clock at 5. Brunson fires up a three. Puts it in. 1-point game.
Damn.
This building is shaking right now.
You ever see a dagger that wasn't a game winner or a go-ahead bucket? Well, you just did, because it is now just a 1-point game, and the Spurs are in a state of shock. How do I know this? Because on the very next possession, De'Aaron Fox, the team veteran, a starting point guard in the NBA Finals, did this.
Him up now, Karl Anthony Towns. Bucks
Yeah.
throws it away.
After 2 quarters of some of the most appalling basketball you've ever seen.
Bro, this dude is he's literally the most experienced player on this roster. Like, everyone is young as hell on this team, and this is the shit that he does, bro. Like this is bro. This is unacceptable, bro. Damn.
Nail in the coffin for the Spurs and their hopes of winning this game.
Josh Hart ahead of the pack, lays it up. Lost. Oh, he missed the layup.
But it wasn't. Miraculously, Josh Hart missed this wide open layup that
Yeah.
would have put the Knicks up by 1. And despite their best efforts to lose it, the Spurs still have the lead. And on
The best
very next
effort to lose it.
Wemby gets fouled and sent to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Now, Wemby is an excellent free throw shooter with a career playoff
Missed
free
that,
throw
missed
percentage
both.
of 85%. He's also the future face of the NBA in a potential legacy-defining moment of his career. Under most circumstances, this trip to the line would put the Spurs up by 3 points. But this is far from most circumstances.
He got that up on the glass. Credit Castle for creating those footsteps behind him. Wembanyama misses a free throw. The greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. Missed them both.
Damn.
0 for 2. The
This
lead
is definitely
still
gonna
just 1
this is definitely gonna hunt Wemby. Definitely. This is going to be hunting him for a long time. Like
point. Or at
he
least
better get a few rings to forget that, bro. He's got to get at least 3 rings to forget that right there.
it was.
At 6, Castle on him now. Brunson, stutter dribble, drives inside, goes up, floaters up. It's good. The Knicks take the lead with 1:22 remaining.
For the first time throughout this entire game, the Knicks take the lead with just over a minute left on the clock. If this game ended right here, what you just witnessed is already the most improbable, most unbelievable sequence of events in the history of the finals. But somehow, despite there being just a minute 22 left on the clock, this game is far from over. Thanks to a pair of free throws from Stephon Castle, the Spurs regain a 1-point lead with just 30 seconds left on the clock. And on the very next possession, this happens.
Kicks it out in the corner. Brunson gets it back. Brunson on the drive. The floater's up. Shot won't go. Rebound deflected. In the backcourt.
Fox.
NBA players are the best basketball players on the planet. In spite of this, they still often make mistakes. And in the finals, these mistakes tend to live on in infamy. For every great, career-defining playoff moment, there are equally as many infamous blunders that stick with a player long after they retire. What you're about to witness is one of those mistakes.
Yeah.
Fox has it inside, blocked by Anunoby. 9 seconds remaining. 6 seconds remaining. And Mike Brown, where they call a foul.
With less than 14 seconds on the clock, the Spurs were up by 1 with possession of the ball. De'Aaron Fox could have wasted time off the clock and forced the Knicks to foul. He could have called a timeout. He could have cleared it out and passed it to a teammate. Instead, he went up for a layup and got blocked, giving the Knicks one more chance to win this game. But of all the unlikely things to occur in this game to bring us to this point, converting on a bucket with less than 6 seconds on the clock, down 1, in the finals is about as unlikely as any. Dating back to 1997, the beginning of the play-by-play era, there have only been 6 go-ahead baskets in the finals with less than 6 seconds left in the game.
Damn.
All 6 of these buckets cemented as some of the most clutch, legacy-defining moments in modern NBA history. Even after their historic, unprecedented comeback, the Knicks still had to pull off what has only happened 6 times in the last 30 years. What are the odds that they can pull it off? About as unlikely as everything that led them to this point.
It might just go flat for Jalen Brunson, allow him to operate at the top, 101.
Brunson gets it, fires up a 3.
Damn.
Shot no good, the tip is gone!
Damn.
It's gone! With 1:2 remaining, Knicks take the lead! OG Anunoby, and it's 107-106!
Damn.
Bedlam here at the Garden. They can't believe it. The greatest comeback in NBA playoff history. The Knicks pull off a miracle comeback and lead it 3-1. Now 1 win away from a title.
That was insane, man.
And that, my friends, is the greatest comeback in NBA history.
Damn, the greatest comeback in NBA history, man. What do you guys think about that, man? I mean, hey, obviously my prediction of Spurs in 6 is, out the window. Now I got the Knicks in 5. Because honestly, this loss right there for the Spurs is just so heart-shattering that honestly I don't think they're mentally ready to to come back from this. So this is over, man. The Knicks are winning tomorrow, and that's it, man. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.